I want to throw this team off of a cliff. Broncos lose 35-33 against the Washington Commanders, and oh my God, this team, this team's killing me. Let's break down this game a little bit and go over what happened and what we can look forward to or away from, I guess. Starting the first quarter, they started off with a lead with a Jaleel McLaughlin 5-yard touchdown run. Washington would respond, putting up a field goal to make it 7-3, but Denver would drive right back down, and in 12 seconds, they would score again, this time a bomb to rookie Marvin Mims, 14-3. That's what I'm talking about. Offense is clicking. Twitter was exploding with how good the offense looked, and they kept it up. Second quarter, Brandon Johnson, 6-yard touchdown, 21-3. This is what I'm talking about. This is the team we'd been looking for, and then they staled a little bit. End of the quarter, going into half, minute 42 to go. Logan Thomas, 4-yard touchdown across the middle for the Washington Commanders. Boom. It's 21-9. But that wasn't all. Kareem Jackson laying a big hit on Logan Thomas across the middle, flagged and kicked out of the game for unsportsmanlike conduct. And they would go for 2 and get it. 21-11. All right, now this goes from a 3-possession game to all of a sudden being a 10-point game. Not too comfortable with it, but it's about to go into halftime. It's okay, not the ideal situation. Oh, and they got the ball back and scored a field goal. All right, 21-14 at halftime. Out of the half, Washington would continue their drive with scary Terry McLaurin, 30 yards to tie the game. 21-3 game, blown. At least we kicked the field goal. Broncos would respond 24-21 at the end of 3. Then it was all Washington. Fourth quarter starts. Robinson, 2-yard touchdown, 28-24. Robinson, 2-yard touchdown, 35-24. With 2 minutes left, the Broncos trailed 35-24. Let me remind you, this game was 21-3 not too long ago. Broncos, though, would find a way to make this a closer game, a field goal, bring it within a score, and a miracle happened. With no time remaining, Johnson comes down with a 50-yard Hail Mary. Oh my goodness, you're losing your mind. They go for 2. Incomplete. And to make it worse, they missed a pass interference call on the play. So, what do we want to take away from this game? 1, football is not good for your health, playing or watching. 2, the offense was improved. I will go through the positives first. The offense was better. Russell Wilson, 18 of 32, 308 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have a pick and a fumble, and a 107 QBR. Fantastic. Marvin Mims, 2 receptions, 113 yards, a touchdown on 2 targets. That's good. Unfortunately, that's basically where the good things stop. After that, there's not much. The Broncos gave up 7 sacks. This is an offensive line that they put money into in the offseason. They gave up 7 sacks to the Commanders. I mean, they're a good team, but they're not good. They have Sam Howell as a quarterback. Running game, nothing there. Russell Wilson was the leading rusher for this team with 6 carries for 56 yards. Javonte Williams, under 4 yards per carry. And P. Ryan only had a carry. McLaughlin only had 1 carry. Running game was atrocious. Meanwhile, Washington, 18 attempts, 87 yards, 4.8 average, and 2 touchdowns. This is where I start to lose it, because this defense has underperformed this entire season. This is a defense that carried this team, kicking and screaming, begging to die last season, to marginally competitive. When this offense couldn't it could wet the bed successfully. This offense was atrocious last season. And this defense kept them in it. It kept them in it. This season, offense is doing better. Put up 33 points. 33 points. Can you imagine? When was the last time the Broncos put up 33 offensive points? It's got to have been like 2 years ago. And yet this defense crumbled. A 21-3 lead, this defense crumbles. Vance Joseph got fired from this team because this team could not perform at the level that he needed to. For some reason, they bring him back as defensive coordinator, and guess what? He's not performing at the level that they need to. Justin Simmons was this team's leading tackler. Now, he's a great player. You love seeing him step up, but this team does not utilize Justin Simmons, the safety, as a box safety often. He is usually back in coverage. So him leading the team in tackles means you're either giving up a lot of completions across the middle, and he's having to wrap them up, or runs are getting to the second level. Either way, it's not good. This team has so many problems. It's whack-a-mole. They fix one problem, another problem pops up. I mean, one more positive, I guess. Jonathan Cooper, 2 sacks on the day. Gregory got a sack. Benito got a sack. But like I mentioned before, Washington sacks. Deron Payne with a sack. Montez Sweat with a sack. Jamin Davis, Chase Young, Casey Toohill, James Smith Williams, all with sacks in this game. You have to protect Wilson. The line on offense and defense was not there. 21-3 lead, and you collapse. It was a collapse. Everyone is going to talk about the fact that they missed the 2-point conversion, that there was a pass interference on that play, and you could have had a chance at it. And that's where the focus is going to end up. But do not let that and the fact that this is a close game make you forget that the fact that this team choked. This team choked a 21-3 lead away. 21-3 against the Commanders. A team that this is the easy, something was brought up on Twitter, this is the easy part of the schedule. How's this team going to beat competitive teams? How is this team going to fight Kansas City and Los Angeles? And heck, even Las Vegas beat this team. The offense is better than last season, but the defense is worse. So overall, it's a wash. They're 0-2 at home. 0-2 at home. This is a team that prides itself on being hard to play at home. My entire life, this team has been tough to play in Denver. Not anymore. Come in. Do what you want. Do what you want. Sam Howell, almost 300 yards on the day, 2 touchdowns, no picks. They did get to him 4 times, but a 108 QBR, unacceptable. Receiving was McLaurin, 54 yards, Bates, 46 yards, Robinson, 42 yards. This team is not good enough. It's not good enough. I don't think Wilson is washed. He was good in this game. He had his moments where he was really, really bad. He had the pick was atrocious. Atrocious pick. And he had a really bad, costly fumble. But he was a lot better. And if he had played like this last season, they would have had a winning record, I think. The problem for this team, to me, lies with the defense. This defense is too good. There's too many good players on this team for this defense to be playing this bad. Vance Joseph has to get it together, and I don't think he can. I don't think he will. I think Vance Joseph is going to tank this team. I don't even know what to say about this defense. This defense should be better. Patrick Surtain, Justin Simmons, they got pressure on the Commanders. They were good to start the game. They have these flashes where they're good, and then all of a sudden they just crumble. It's almost like, when Vance Joseph was head coach. Fire them all. If you need to fire the GM, fire Vance Joseph. And Wilson, I'm on the fence about. I don't know. I don't know what this team needs to do. I want to trust Sean Payton. I think we should trust Sean Payton to fix this team. Mostly because we have no other option. You're not going to fire him mid-season. You're locked into this iteration of the Broncos. But this iteration of the Broncos, I don't think they can win. And until something changes, that's how I feel. You have to start looking at the future. I saw it floated around today on Twitter. I mean, I guess it's X now. Twitter's a better name. All right, whatever. That they should start considering blowing up the core. Start seeing if you can shop Williams. Start seeing if you can shop Judy, Sutton, Simmons, Patrick Surtain, and I'm not ready for that. Is it the right choice? Maybe. I'm not ready for it. Speaking of Judy, 3 catches, 25 yards. He needs to be better. This is not what you drafted him for. You need to draft him to be game-changing. He has not been game-changing. He needs to pick it up. His long was 11 yards. 11 yards. Come on, Judy, pick it up. He is coming off an injury, so we'll give him a slack there. Tight ends, only 1 target. Greg Dulcich out for the season, so it's Adam Trotman's show. They got rid of Albert Okwuegbunam to the Eagles. The tight end room's not good. This team's not good. And now they have to move on and try to win a game. And it only gets harder from here. So we'll see how this season goes. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, subscribe, and stick around for more. Don't just talk about the Broncos. And this has been Hammer Sports. I'm Hammer, and I'll see you next time.